So if you object using the telescope, that means you have to object even using the spectacles. Telescope is nothing but there are some lenses, some glasses put, so that it helps you in seeing. So as long as you see with your eyes, it helps you in seeing, there's no problem. So the scholars are unanimous in this, that using telescope is permissible if you want to use it. But it will make a little bit difference, not much difference, because when the moon is there, and if it's a cloudy sky, with the telescope also you can't see it. And if you have a good eyesight, without the telescope, if the moon is to be sighted, it will be seen. But if someone wants to use it, he can use it, it's permissible.
No, it makes sense to me. Dr. Zakia, if a person starts fasting in one country, he then travels to a second country. In that country, their month has started 2 days after his country of origin. Should he end his fast according to the country that he's traveled to? This would mean, of course, that he would end up fasting 31 or even 32 days. Is this correct for him to do that?
As far as a person who starts fasting in one country, and when he travels to another country, and that country has started maybe 2 days late, and if he continues, then he ends his month of Ramadan according to the second country where he has traveled, it may be that he may end up fasting 31 days or 32 days. So should he fast till the end of that country, or should he continue with the country of origin, and when they finish the Ramadan, they should finish? As far as this question is concerned, as Allah's Prophet has clearly mentioned in the hadith of Sahih Bukhari, volume number 3, Book of Fasting, hadith number 1907 and 1909, that a Prophet said that when you see the new moon, you start fasting, and when you see the new moon, you stop fasting. So based on this, but natural, and another hadith of Tirmidhi, Book of Fasting, hadith number 697, the beloved Prophet said, the fast is the day you all fast. And the breaking of the fast is the day when you all break the fast. And the day of sacrifice is the day when you all sacrifice, indicating it should be done in congregation, it should be in jama'ah. It can't be done individually. So because the person, when he shifts from one country to another country, he should follow the rules and regulations as the people of that country where he's staying in. So if he stays in a country where they start fasting early, he should start fasting early with them. And if he goes to a country where the fasting is delayed, the month of Ramadan is delayed by 2 days, he should continue with them. Even if he has to fast 1 or 2 days more, he has to continue doing that. Because he has to be with the jama'ah, he has to be with the people. It cannot be that the other people are fasting and he's not fasting. He should maintain the jama'ah. That as what the people are doing in the country where he's living, he should continue doing that. Even if he has to fast 1 or 2 days more. I know the month of Ramadan either has 29 days or 30 days, but since he has to follow the hadith, that the fast is the day when all the people fast. And the breaking of the fast is the day when all the people break the fast. So he should continue and break the fast only when all the people break, even if he has to fast 1 or 2 days more. And similarly, if a person, when he starts fasting, and if he travels to another country, and maybe the sunset is about 2 hours late, so he has to fast 2 hours more. He can't say the country of origin, the sun was setting at 6 o'clock, and here it is setting at 8 o'clock, so I will fast 2 hours less. No. So the same way, as far as setting of the moon is concerned, he has to do extra days. If it's the vice versa, if a person starts fasting, if a person starts the month of Ramadan in a country and then goes to a country which has already started the month of Ramadan 2 days earlier than the country of origin, or 1 day earlier than the country of origin, in this case also, he has to continue fasting with the people of that area, even though he may have to fast 1 day less. Maybe he'll have to fast only 28 days. But in this case, since a month cannot be 28 days, he has to celebrate Eid with the people of that country. But later on, he should compensate for the fast he has missed, because the month of Ramadan cannot have 28 days. So if both the countries where he started and ended, both have got 30 days, and if he fasted for 28 days, then he has to compensate 2 days. But if the country of origin had 29 days, or the country to which he has traveled has 29 days, then he has the option of only fasting for 29 days. Then he has to make up only one fast. But he has to complete at least 29 or 30 days, depending upon the country of origin and destination.
And maybe if you want to get more reward, you have to travel east. So inshallah, brothers and sisters, join us after a short break.
It is Ramadan.
Dear brothers and sisters in Islam and humanity, Assalamu alaikum, and welcome back to the show Ramadan A Day with Dr. Zakir. I'm your host, Yusuf Chambers, and today we're discussing the topic, sighting of the moon. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Dr. Zakir, perhaps you could shed some light on the issue of why it is that the Muslims of the world are not united as regards to the fasting and the celebration of Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha.
As far as Muslims throughout the world be united in starting the month of Ramadan, ending the month of Ramadan, and celebrating Eid, there are scholars which are divided. There is one group of scholars who say that throughout the world you should follow the timing of Makkah. So if Makkah starts the month of Ramadan, everyone throughout the world should follow Ramadan. If Makkah ends Ramadan, then everyone throughout the world should end Ramadan. And if Makkah celebrates Eid, then everyone else in the world should celebrate Eid. And this is the view even of Sheikh bin Baz. When a person asked him that he was a Saudi who traveled to Spain, and he said that I have been fasting according to the calendar of Makkah. And in Makkah, if they started fasting, I started fasting in Spain according to Makkah, and ended fasting according to Makkah, and celebrated Eid according to Makkah. Is it right? And Sheikh bin Baz said there's no problem, it is right, because Makkah is the holy city, etc. But the other group of scholars, they disagree and they say that the timings should be according to the area. There should be time zones. As Allah says in the Quran, in Surah Baqarah, chapter number 2, verse number 185, that if you sight the moon, so those who sight the moon, those who witness the moon, or those who are present at home, in the month, they should fast. And our beloved Prophet also said, mentioned in Sahih Bukhari, volume number 3 in the book of fasting, hadith number 1907 and 1909, the Prophet said that when you see the new moon of Ramadan, then you start your fast, and when you see the new moon of Shawwal, then you end the fast. So based on this, the people of that area should see the moon, and if that area is common, it may be one city, it may be a full country, or a couple of countries together, that is right ruling. And Sheikh Ibn Taymiyyah says that you cannot have that all together. You cannot have all the Muslims in the world fasting together. And he also says that even according to scientific evidence, even according to astronomical evidence, it's not possible that all the Muslims throughout the world can fast on one day. Because the moon cannot be sighted all together on one day. There has to be a difference. So it's illogical to say that we should fast all together. And the beloved Prophet Muhammad said, it's mentioned in Tirmidhi, book of fasting, hadith number 697, that the fast is when you all fast. And the breaking of fast is when you all break the fast. And the day of sacrifice is when all the people sacrifice. So as long as people of that area, they fast, it is sufficient, that is fasting. And when people of that area, that locality, that city or country, if they break the fast, then break the fast. Because as we see that there is no difference of opinion as far as the timings of sun is concerned. As far as starting of each day, as far as when the day starts and the day ends, there is no difference of opinion. It's mentioned in the Quran in Surah Baqarah, chapter number 2, verse number 187. It says that eat and drink until the white thread of dawn is distinguished from the black thread, and fast till the night falls, until the sun sets. So here, in each part of the world, the sun sets earlier. That does not mean because in Malaysia the sun sets earlier, in Bombay I will end my fast earlier. So that means the people in Makkah also should end it early. And if in the Western world the sun sets a bit late, I'll also end my fast late. There is unanimous agreement throughout the world that you have to follow the timing of the sun according to your local timing. If the sun sets in your area, then you stop fasting and you can eat. If the dawn breaks in your area, then you stop eating and you start fasting. There is no difference of opinion. So as we follow the sun, we should even follow the moon the same way. Imagine if we celebrate Eid, if the new moon of Shawwal is sighted in Makkah, and we celebrate Eid, maybe in America